DJ. There's the music. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo! That is the international sound of people having fun. Hey, lovies, it's me, your girl, Abiola Abrams, your favorite passionate living coach. Welcome to Abiola's Passion Party, where we are all about living like you mean it. Today, we are passionate about Donna D'Cruz because every good party needs a DJ, right? Well, let me tell you, my girl Donna is an international DJ, rock star, meditation, and yoga guru. And she is well versed in the womanly arts of spirituality, sensuality, and style. Donna, welcome to the party.
Thank you, Abiola. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm
Very
so happy
excited.
that you're here. We have been corresponding for the longest and waiting to get this, party going. And we first connected when your team got in touch about the sober yoga work that you were doing with Phoenix House. Phoenix House, for those of you who aren't familiar, is a rehab program for alcohol and drugs and a non-for-profit organization.
It's actually America's oldest drug and rehab facility, and it's a drop-in facility, which means that it's an in-house facility, and it is run beautifully and run very dynamically and run with a lot of grace. And so I actually DJ'd a party for them out in the Hamptons, and I was struck by two young men who got up and spoke about their experiences. And I thought they had such verve and such audacity to talk about how drugs and alcohol had almost been their demise. And as they were talking, I thought, I wonder what else we're doing in that space of addiction, in that space of, are we doing yoga, are we doing meditation, what's our other? And the next day I found myself at a brunch after the party, and I was asking those questions, and it happened to be to the chairman, Howard Meatner of Phoenix House, and he said, with his clipped British accent, well, my dear girl, would you help us? And those moments in your life when you hear the voice come out before you've even sort of had time to take in the question, and you just know. And I said, I'd love to, and so I started, and I've been going every Wednesday. They are some of the bravest people I've ever met in my life, and they show up because they know that each of us, I think, have this memory of wellness, of beauty, and of purity.
And of wholeness.
Yes.
Today, for example, we're here, we're having a tea party. That tea is very exciting for me, not only because of the ritual of tea drinking, but also because it brings, wholeness, and it can be a healing agent. So what's your background?
I was born in India, and I was educated there, and Australia, and I've been living in America for a number of years, and so my background sort of varied. But I heard a beautiful quote once by Hazrat Enette Khan, a great Sufi, and he says that where we are ends up dictating to some extent the vibration that we have on a spiritual level. And I'm always grateful for having been born in India, and especially in southern India. That's where Ayurveda comes from. It's where so many of the beautiful wisdom traditions of Southeast Asia were actually born out of. And always, thanks to my parents, asking, how can we serve? And so that question really changed my life. I was brought up to ask, how may I serve? Not, let's take this for myself and let's, grab this for my family. It was more about, how do we actually give to somebody else so we can elevate them?
I call it mindfulness, that, that practice of mindfulness, and as you said, service is so much a part of everything that I do. I'm glad that now people are awakening more to the practice of meditation, which I know is central to the healing work that you do. What does meditation and mindfulness mean to you?
To me, meditation is a way, it's a beautiful opportunity to sit in stillness. And the greatest irony about it all is that we think we're too busy to meditate. We think our lives are too full and we're too harried.
But it's the opposite, isn't it?
Absolutely. When you make the space and you come into that space of meditation, you actually become more productive. Ideas will flow to you. Love flows to you differently. Ideas. And in truth, what really happens is, I think there is life before meditation, and there's life after meditation, just like great love. It's like seeing the world in black and white, and then seeing the world in full-blown color. Or maybe even HD now.
Yes. Speaking of meditation, we happen to have your CD, Meditation 101, which is on sale at Bed Bath & Beyond currently,
That's right? Yeah.
But before we do that, Donna, I have to ask you to please guide us through one of your famous minute meditations, if you will.
Of course, a pleasure.
Yes. Now, I saw a video where you did a coffee meditation. We're drinking tea, so, can we do a tea meditation?
Absolutely.
Yes? Okay.
In truth, everything about your life can turn into a meditation and into a moment of repose. And I've just come up with my own way of taking what's ordinary, ritualizing it, and making it extraordinary, because our lives are extraordinary. No matter if we look like this, or we look like that, or we look like whatever and however. Of course, I like to light the candle first.
Yes, light the candle. And this is really exciting because I do a chocolate meditation, and because, one of the things that my audience knows that we've spoken about is that I've dealt with emotional eating, and that was a challenge that I had to conquer. And mindful eating and making every meal a meditation for me has been very healing.
Taking your word mindfulness, if we were in a hurry and not really aware, we would just take the cup, the saucer, pour it and start drinking and slurping away. But in a mindful way, our opportunity here is to inhale, pick up our cup and saucer, reach over with the pot, come back, exhale, and pour. So we do something like that. All of which is taking us, 30 seconds, if that? Putting it back, I come back, and I inhale again. In a lot of the Asian traditions, cards offered, offerings are made like this, and we just say, give thanks, and it can be done silently. So just expressing a minute of gratitude, a second of gratitude, shifts things, and it's all about awareness. So with this, we have our tea, take an inhale, we take an exhale, and maybe just for 2-3 seconds, just close our eyes and just try it again. And gently place your cup and saucer down. All of which took us maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and in that little space of time, we've come back to our body, come back to our breath, and come back to that real S, capital S, self.
Yes, so that was lovely. That was lovely. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I hope that you at home did that. And if you didn't, put this on pause, go back, take a moment, and go through the ritual of, mindfulness and mindful tea drinking and the tea meditation as we just did. I often say that, that prayer is our speaking to, the Creator, the Most High, however you define, and meditation gives us the opportunity to listen. Mm-hmm. We talked about yoga. You were involved in a yoga rave. What is a yoga rave?
I really admire my family at Phoenix House. I'm always thinking about how can I do it another way. And so we did this party. We did it at one of New York's biggest nightclubs. And not only did people come, but we had 1,400 people come. And it was a huge success. And we had organic food, we had vegan food, vegetarian food, and I opened it up and it was very, to some people maybe hippy dippy, but the people that came were young and gorgeous and beautiful.
Tell us a little bit about Rasa Living and, what do we have here? A cornucopia of magic?
It is a cornucopia.
Yes.
The word rasa is a Sanskrit word, and it means the essence of the flavor of living. And it can literally mean the sap from a tree, but it also describes vibration, sound. Love is a rasa. So these are called power stones. So I think each of us need power. So there are 7 chakra points, which are vortexes in the body. So when in balance, we are balanced and we're happy and we're healthy and we thrive and we're energetic. When we're out of balance, those things tend to go out of the window. So for instance, I'll give you just one. So this is an onyx. So this is the first chakra, and it's called the Muladhara. And it's right at the perineum. So it's right in that place where we sit. And as I'm sitting right now, you can actually feel it. You can squeeze it. It's also called, in yoga, it's called one of the bandha points. So you can lock it as well. We know what that feels like when we're not in flow, if you know what I mean. So onyx is a beautiful stone. And when we're in balance, we're grounded, right? We're seeking, we're informed, we're happy. When we're out of balance, we tend to be scattered, overly aggressive, argumentative. So that's just one example. So each of these, so it goes from onyx, it goes to carnelian, it goes to tiger's eye, being able to see the unseen, to rose quartz, which is for the heart chakra, to aid in our communication, make it clear, make it defined.
Yes.
And then there's blue lace agate, which is also here for this part of the body, right? So we're opening up our throat chakra, our expression, how we connect, what we have to say, living in our truth. And then, of course, it goes to the third eye, which is lapis lazuli, and that point there is our seed, is the seat of intuition, how we see the world and how we listen to our own inner guidance. And then, of course, this is the rainbow moonstone for the Swahasrara, which is the crown chakra, which sits right here. So that is the point that when it's open, we connect to the divine, we listen, we are active in flow, and we are in a peaceful place as well. Now, I have to talk about the girls, because these are the children that we love.
We love them.
I just brought a few of them. A couple of them are a bit banged up.
Sheila, Keisha, and Liz.
So these are the girls, and they are called Rasa Rocks. And when I started playing, I thought, well, I've got black hair. I can't possibly just wear a big old black headset. So I did a deal with Nadia Swarovski, who's a great friend and hugely talented. And I said, look, let's make one headset, and she very kindly did a deal with me. So we did them in amethyst, and they're called Rasa Rocks, and we actually did them in connection with Prince Charles's charity, which is called the Prince's Trust, which helps people when they come out of prison to rehabilitate. So we donate it to that.
I know that Gabby Bernstein, who's a friend to the show, adores these. Tell us about those.
I love Gabby. She's
Yes.
she's been a friend for a long time. You know, I'm a junkie for a lot of things, and I'm a lover of anything that can transform my life and therefore the lives of others. And so candles, I travel all around the world in my life as a performer, and I kept seeing these candles, and sometimes they would give me headaches, and I said, well, what is all this about? So I started investigating, and I found that usually people use artificial candles, and I said, well, let's dispense with all of that. So I have created a soy candle that's got a cotton wick, and I have, to the chagrin of my manufacturers, I've begged them, please can we get more aromatherapy, and it's pure single note aromatherapy. So for instance,
it
this
smells
one here,
divine, and they aren't even lit yet. I wish that you guys could smell how it smells here. It's wonderful.
This one here, for instance, is wildcrafted lavender, and just smell that. We have pumped the most amount of pure aromatherapy as possible.
Exhale.
And they're all soy, so that all the candles are actually vegan as well.
What is next for you, and where can people find you online to support you?
Oh, I am having the best time. I feel like this is like that shift, that divine feminine opening is here, and I'm creating more products. I've got a great new music project. I've got tons of stuff I'm doing in the same space in TV, and of course I've just come back from London and Berlin, so I've got a summer of adventures ahead, which I'll probably go to Europe and play there a lot. And you know, my game is just to shift it. If I'm going to walk into something and it's going to be the usual, nothing about it's going to be usual. I want to create memories for people, because when we lie down for the last time and take that last breath, it's a series of memories and moments that we're left with. So a moment of lighting a candle, of kissing a loved one, of knowing just when to inhale and exhale and being present. So.
Well, you have created an incredible memory for me today and for our viewers. So thank you so much, Donna, for joining us today at the Passion Party. And thank you so much for watching, because we couldn't do it without you. I want you to, you can check Donna out at Rasa Living.
Rasa Living, yes.
And also at Open Sky. She's relaunching her store there. You can find all kinds of goodies there. And you can read more and watch more videos about healing modalities like meditation and yoga we did today, and also about healthy love and dating and relationships on my site at abiolatv.com, or hit me up on Twitter or Facebook at abiolatv. If no one has told you today, I love you. Dream bigger, love yourself, and passion up. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yay.
Beautiful. Thank you. What a lovely
The
thing.
divine in me sees the divine in you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Oh, thank you.